So for this next part, we're going to have to wait for Nick to show up so that we can talk to him. But I'm also going to start showing you biometric scanner locations.
Valentine.
In case you didn't get one, there are some turrets that you're going to want to take out.
I'll meet you there.
And the first one is coming up. Also, for the non-nuke route, so if you're not taking the Fat Boy, you're probably going to want to pick up these mines depending on how many you have. If you don't have any, you obviously need them. So take this turret out. It might have a biometric scanner. And just head right through this door. So if you're not using the Fat Boy and you don't have 2 mines, you're going to want those mines. One of them, you want to have 2 mines for later in the run. That's only if you're not using the Fat Boy again. So it's good to familiarize yourself with locations. The more you know, obviously the easier it's going to be to fix errors and improvise if something goes wrong. You should know where Diamond City is. Our goal here is to run to Diamond City. I run past the library and come up. I cut through this little precinct. That's a police station. Grab a cone, and I clip right into Diamond City using the same glitch that we were using to ride items before. So just jump into this little workshop here, and come up over here behind this couch. Gonna set up my cone, and I'm just gonna ride up the wall here. Set up our cone again. Didn't work. Might have to wiggle a little bit, but we're just gonna jump right through. And if you run again towards Diamond City once you're out here, we're already basically in Diamond City at that point, but if you just continue to run towards it, it'll zone you into Diamond City. So once we get to Diamond City, our goal now is to run to Nick Valentine's door. 2 routes. You can take down the left and just go right up the alley. There's another little strategy here. You can actually jump up onto this roof and drop down right in front of Nick's. Saves a couple of seconds. Once we get to Nick's door, here, I'll show you the other route as well. The other route would be straight down this alley. And that's where we started, so just come in and go down the alley.
I hear there's a bar.
I like to go into and then leave Nick's. And this will trigger Ellie and Nick's conversation so that we don't have to listen to it later.
Are you here?
Nick?
And here we're going to set up our first wrong warp. So we're going to make an actual save file just staring at Nick's door. Then fast travel to Diamond City. This will put us right at the gate so that we can leave Diamond City immediately. And we're now going to start to run towards Fort Hagen. So at this point in my run, it's daytime because I'm going very fast, and that's why I level up solar power. If you're going slower, it won't be daytime, it will be night, and solar power will give you no value. So you might not want to level that up. We'll try and show you the best route through here. So you can see your experience bar on the loading screen. You want to check that out. So my experience bar is nearly full. Probably about 50 or 60 experience away from leveling. Which means that I'm going to get some extra experience on this run. So run straight out of the gate. I take this route. I run past the large... I know it's not a bobcat, but I'm going to call it a bobcat. cut up here through the alleys. Again, cut up the stairs to the left. Now you can actually just jump over this wall and keep going, but I want the experience from Hardware Town, so I'm gonna hit it here. You hit the experience there. Now if you're going to level after just one location, don't get that Hardware Town location. But you'll get experience from the lake here. And if you're going to level after 2 locations, so watch your experience bar, you want to have your AP bar drained by the time you get to the lake. So you want to sprint like all the way here. And when you level up, your AP bar is going to get completely filled. And that's just going to save you a bit of time on the run. So swim across that lake after cutting around Hardware Town. And then it's almost a straight northwest kind of location. If you see on my minimap, that tower just showed up. We're going to want to go past that tower, and that'll be the last bit of experience that we need to level up, so that'll fill our AP bar. On my minimap, my compass, rather. So there are a few ways to get up here. I've seen some people go a bit harder to the left. I've seen some people go up here. I almost go right around the rocks. And when I run past this tower, I'm actually going to get the last bit of experience I need to level up. Which completely fills my action bar. So after you come past that tower, take this bridge route. The long runs are harder to explain and easier for you to accomplish if you just kind of know where you need to go. So I would suggest, going into a game, marking Fort Hagen, and then attempting to run there. And that'll be like a pretty direct, fast way to learn the running routes quickly and efficiently. But I just continue to run over this hill. I look for this car. This car is how I know that I'm pretty much dead on Fort Hagen. I run straight past the car, kind of continuing in the same direction. Weave a little bit up this hill, you'll get stuck. And Fort Hagen is just at the top of this hill. So once we trigger the waypoint for Fort Hagen, we're going to want to go and get our power armor. So we left it outside Green Tech. And we're going to need it to do the power armor clip again. We're going to use that to get inside Fort Hagen very fast. So we triggered Fort Hagen. We're going to fast travel back to Green Tech. Alright, so we get in our armor. And go right back to Fort Hagen. So once we get inside, there are 2 strategies to killing Kellog. I'll try and show you both of them. I'll make a save before I encounter him. There's the strategy which I generally use, which is the Fat Man. I just shoot the Fat Man at him and he dies. That's pretty much super consistent. Alternatively, if you aren't stealing the Fat Man, you would use minigun and Molotov if you still have them. So come up here onto the front patio porch like area, the foyer. And go to your jump. A normal bucket works better for this, I've found. Oops, don't use console commands. So grab your normal bucket and just the same, just hold on to it and run backwards into the wall. And try and get up on the roof here. So you want to stay to the left, as close to the railing as you can so that you don't hit the roof. Come across, just jump this gap. If you fall off that gap, it's possible to get back up. You have to come up here, get on this, and you can continue. And we're going to do the same glitch here. We're just going to glitch into the side, or through this wall. It might be actually possible to glitch in like right here, but I glitch in right through the front door. Again, stay in third person, get out of your power armor, and just get back into it as fast as you can. When you get out of the power armor, you're going to be looking slightly to the right of it, so you're going to want to be moving your crosshairs to the left and spamming to get back into the power armor.
Command center.
Once you get down here, just to the left of this vent, we're going to go through the wall again. We'll just fall in. Through that door is Kellog. That door will not open and Kellog will not spawn unless you go to this door. You have to trigger him. So we walk over this door to trigger him.
Okay, you made it.
Let me just make a quick save here.
I'm just up ahead.
So the strategy I generally use is just this. And Kellog is dead.
How interesting.
It's super consistent. That's my favorite part about it is the consistency. Like I never have to worry about it. But an alternative strategy, instead of stealing the Fat Man, which does take time, would be to just use the minigun and just kill Kellogg with it. You want the first two things in his inventory, which are his passcode for his computer and his brain augmenter. And we need those to progress the story. We're also going to grab this military grade circuit board, okay? Important thing to know, okay. Important thing to note about the military grade circuit board, if you do shoot the Fat Man at him, it can, from the blast radius, be moved, okay? So it can be on the desk, it can be slightly behind the desk over here. It can be blown under the desk if it bounces off the wall, but it's always going to be kind of in this general vicinity. Okay, so after we kill Kellogg, get his things, we don't generally kill these synths, I'm just doing it because they're bothering me, and we grab the military circuit board. We're going to use Kellogg's terminal. We want the first option, which is view access logs. Okay, and this will let you progress the story. And at this point, we're going to do our first wrong warp. So we make a quick save after we've done all of these things, and we load Diamond City next door. So the way wrong warping works is I'm going to take that quick save file information, and I'm going to implement it into this load of Nick's room. So once I try and load Nick's detective agency, I'm going to load all of that quick save information. And I'm going to end up with all of the progress, but inside of Nick's agency. So I use a visual cue for this door, the door handle. So the door handle is going to go down and come back up. Just before it is back to its resting state of back up, I'm going to load my quick save. And that is a very consistent way for me to do it. But for wrong warping, for general purpose wrong warping, when you are going through a load screen, just before your screen fades to black, or just as it fades to black rather, that's when you're generally going to want to load your quick save. But each door has a slightly different timing, so you're going to want to work on the doors. So I'm going to go ahead and try it here. So that's just before the door handle was back to its horizontal position. I loaded my quick save. So generally speaking, when you're doing this, during the load screen, you're going to hear the audio of your quick save. But you now notice that I'm inside Nyx and I'm wearing power armor.
Well, speak of the devil.
So once I get in here, I speak to Ellie right away, because Nick and Piper are having a conversation, and you would have to wait for it anyways.
Hey, Valentine.
Get some extra experience. If you do that quickly enough, it'll actually transition right into Nick and Piper talking to you.
Exactly.
Kellog. Man like that would have had access.
Yeah.
He's dead, Nick.
So,
He wasn't.
So we're just going to skip through this chat.
Look, yeah.
I hope you're right, Nick.
Let's see.
Actually, I think I already have.
Simon. Hi.
I'll head there on my own.
All right. See, don't.
And then leave Diamond City. Or not, leave Nyx. And that's Kellogg.